Alright, this is a What If Deku with a Hollow once again, part 5 or 4. I think it's part 4. Alright, let's get into this. 2 weeks. 2 weeks has passed since I've defeated Riser. The guy was annoying, not gonna lie. Man, how he sucked. But ever since then, I have felt different. It's not something I can explain. It's just like with Riser, I just felt different. It's weird. Ethan would think I would be very powerful after this, you know, having a bigger grasp of my powers. But I just feel a lot weaker all of a sudden. I don't know what it was. The moment I entered back into the human world, something was off. And I could hear it. It calling out to me, commanding me to come to it. I didn't know why. But I wanted to go. I wanted to run somewhere. I don't know where, but go somewhere. It was something I just wanted to leave, but, you know. So, what else did I do? I did the exact opposite. I continued training. I trained, but something with me felt oddly off. You know, it's only been 2 weeks and I've been training this whole past 2 weeks. You know, Reese moved into the place, renovated the whole house. I was quite surprised when magic can renovate the whole house and change its appearance, then alter memories. That's something I did not know. It's like magic can do almost anything, which I already knew that, but I didn't know it had that type of capability. But I guess I'm lucky. But something even worse is that this feeling that I'm getting has been growing, getting stronger. I don't know why, but every time I look outside the window, every night, I can just feel it getting stronger. And I can hear them crying out. Honestly, I can hear. I asked once if there's anything out there. Strays. They think there's going to be strays out there, you know, here or there, but nothing that should be calling me out. I always wondered, what's this feeling that's calling me out? What's telling me to leave and go? So I continued to ignore it. Not long, Issei met this guy at a carnival at this place. He called himself Azazo. He was the governor to the fallen angel. She knows. He's the leader of Grigori, of the fallen angels, which surprised me when I first met him. I thought he would be like a type of guy which would be, you know, more leader, like her, more like sturdy, strict, and her, you know, a bit of a ass, but I was completely wrong. He's actually a pretty chillax guy. I was completely shocked when I first met him, and now the whole peerage is meeting him. As I'm seeing him, his whole attitude, the way he carries himself is just relaxed, calm, but shows the power there. As the man would turn towards me, is wearing a tux along with khakis, like jeans, and with his having beautiful black hair, but in front of his head would be golden bangs, simply saying, "Hey kid, so you're the Red Dragon Emperor?" Yeah, I'm the Red Dragon Emperor. Why? Impressive. As I thought the Red Dragon Emperor would have been Issei, but You're a big surprise. Thanks, I guess. As so, let's talk. Follow me. I will follow also to outside and to chat what happened. So, I know everything about you, kid. From you being from another world, another universe, with extra powers and different abilities. What do you mean? I know about One for All, your shrink gun powers, and your hollow. My eyes would widen. How do you know all this? How do you know from the world completely? What do you want? What's your purpose? To be honest, kid, I'm like a scientist in a way. And I just want to know how sacred gears function and work, their full potential. You're like a creepy mad scientist, but instead of experimenting on people, you just want to explore. Yep. That's not how I thought that. Okay. As you says, so not mad scientist, just a regular old guy. Yep. Regular old guy. That's interesting. The Green would say. So, what do you want? Because the Red Dragon Emperor, you carry a title. Dragon of Domination. So what's your goal here? What do you want? What do I want? Izuku would say simply, well, that's obvious. I want world peace. How many times I've seen a lot of things. Straight devils. I just recently fought Riser, Phoenix. That guy who only cared about his figure and his political power. He wanted to marry Rias, but didn't give two fucks about her as a person. So, and I saw how all the devils reacted to the Devil Council. It's pretty disgusting, not gonna lie. And especially the fact that they all are wanting to gain more power. It's not something that I thought. Look, kid, not everyone will be good. Not everyone will be bad. This a hold up, Huh. The way it would say. So, I have a question. Shoot. Who's the white one? Is it going to say straight? Oh, good question. Good question. I don't know. Not sure who they are. But just gotta figure out. I'm sure you'll learn eventually. Zuko's like the narrow-ass to his mind. He knows. He probably doesn't know or he's lying. I go over the contrary. He's lying, Drake says simply. Probably. Oh, okay. That's also saying. And also, keep an eye out for things, strange things, You never know what might pop in. Keep your swords up and blade ready for, whatever you need. Okay. As you will say simply as heading out back to the Hado residence, arriving as they would all, see Suzuki would see them all looking at Issei's baby photos. Green Ant would look as, well, would watch as all their reactions. And one thing that caught Kiba's eye was, as he stated, he said that was a friend of his and his father's sword. As Kiba would say, that's a holy sword. One of the Excalibur. Izuku would ask, what's Excalibur? I know what Excalibur is, but what is it in this universe? Kiba would say simply, Excalibur was once a mighty powerful sword that was split to many fragments. Each of the swords have one of Excalibur's many abilities and powers. Oh. Really? Huh. So, care to explain that in more detail? As you said simply, it was split once in a great war was destroyed. All the left of the remaining pieces of the Excalibur, they built more Excaliburs out of the remainder of the original. Huh. So each of these pieces are weaker than the original. Yeah. But they hold one of the Excalibur's many abilities and powers. This keeps us in a very sour mood. I'm gonna head back home. Not feeling so well. And heading back to as people leave the area. Huh. That's actually quite strange. Izuku says, what's up with him? He's having a hard time. Izuku says, okay. I guess. Lucarina says simply. As the next day, Izuku would finally arrive at the Orc, opening the door he would feel the presence. Opening the door very slowly and walking in to see all of them are there, but two new arrivals. He would sense their magic powers, seeing that it's very large, but not high though. Walking towards and asking, yo, what's going on? Izuku says simply. Ria says, nothing much. Just know that we won't get in your way. As the two would nod, as two ladies would leave. As one of the girls with blue hair and with one green streak in her hair would brush shoulders with him as pushing him out the way. As the door would close. The green man would say, what was that for? Issei says, hard to explain. Ever heard of exorcists? I read it in a book. I know what they are, but why are they here? Let's say there's something going down. What? I'll explain to you later. Okay, Izuku says. As Issei would explain what went down. So there's something going down within Kuro. And they want us to stay out of it. I don't know about you, but I think that rings a lot of red bells. Yes, Rhea says, but we're not going to get involved. Simply. Let them do what they want. I don't know about that. I thought you shared territory with Son of Sea Tree. So isn't this your territory and very much hers? Why would you just leave exorcists in your territory It's final, and no, I have my reasons. If you see them, leave them be. Don't approach them, and don't attack. You're dismissed. As Izuku would see the foul mood of one the redhead was in, as they would all leave. And as the Green Knight would walk up to her saying, Rias, what's wrong? Nothing, as she says. There's something wrong. What is it? Simply. Just exorcist, that's all. Okay, as says simply, as open the door. Just know we're your friends. You can tell us anything. As closing the door, leaving. That's strange. Why won't she tell? Maybe her devil pride? No. Probably part of it, but it has to be something else. Different. Something that tells her not to. Whatever it is. So arriving at the Hyota residence, is finding the exorcists there. You can feel them. Their energy. They're in the back. As Zuko would follow them to a clearing as they would sparring. He can't tell. The animosity going through the air is thick. Will keep us. He can see keep us full of rage as fighting the blue exorcist. The blue-haired exorcist as Issei would fight the chestnut-haired exorcist. As the two would be having dialogue, speaking about old friends, and then very much saying that God gave her this mission to see if she was being tested. Zuko's confused. What's going on here? As the blue-haired exorcist would swipe down with the large sword, this would have gave problems of red warning signs in Zuko's head. Kippa can't dodge that. Not if he wants to get badly damaged by that sword. And very much. That sword does not give any ordinary vibes, especially the ones that show that can do a hell of a lot of damage. Zuko would move. He rushed towards Kippa's area. Kippa's location as bringing out Zangetsu, easily blocking the attack. As they'll all be surprised to see that the Green Knight blocked her attack. How, as the blue-haired exorcist would say, how did you block that attack? At the full swing from Durando. No ordinary sword should block Durando's hit. Zuko would say simply, this sword is no ordinary sword. I won't say anything else. But I know yours is neither. By the shock on your shock on your face. But that swing that you're gonna use, that you did, that would have really hurt my partner over here, and my friend. So I would really appreciate if you back down. This Spartan Solar, as Zuko says simply, pushing her away. Who are you? As she snarled, you filthy devil. I'll show you. As rushing towards them, Zuko goes aside. Exactly the reason why. One of the exact reasons why. There's gotta be peace between the factions. Summoning the boosted gear to his arm is easily catching the large sword and with one swift tug is loosening the grip of the large sword in a blue-haired ex's hands, as easily throwing the sword at least a good 5 to 7 meters away from her, as they would all be shocked to see that the boy was able to do that. And this was the holy smooth, no problem. That shouldn't be. You shouldn't just take that so quickly and just. Izuku would say something. Okay. First of all, you come into our town. You very much tell us to stay out of this, and this is our territory. Then you proceed to attack my allies and my friends. What's going on here? And who are you? For real. I know you're actresses. What's your names? As the chestnut hair girl would say, I'm Marina, and this is Zenobia. Izuku would say, wait, Marina? I turned to you and say, isn't this your childhood friend? But I thought you said he was a boy. I thought wrong, Issei says simply. But what the hell? Marina says, what the hell's going on? Growled. God damn it. Izuku was sigh. You know, that's fine. Totally fine. Opening his eyes and looking at Zenobia. Yes, simply say to her, first, you need to leave. Leave, please. I don't think this will be a really good place for you. As Zeke says simply. As the girl will growl. As you wish, Red Dragon. As grabbing Durandal, putting it back in his pocket dimension as she would start to walk away. I'm sorry about her, as she's not so kind to devils. So yeah, as Irina would leave, following Zenobia, Izuku would sigh, why do things have to be so complicated? Okay, it's fine. No problem. Everything's A-okay. As dismissing Zangetsu, Zon with the boosted gear, looking towards the moth. Okay, dokie. You know, what's going on? As Kiba say, Izuku. Yeah? Would you do something for me? As Kiba says, yeah, what's up? Izuku says, stay out of my business. As Kiba says, to snarl. As he's about to leave, as Ryusu will say, Kiba, if you leave, I'm sorry, Bucha, for my attitude recently. But I just want to be left alone. As the blonde knight would leave, Yoshi running off somewhere else. Zumazuku would say, okay, that's it. What is his problem? Izuku said simply. Ryusu would say simply, Kiba has a troubling backstory. When he was a lot younger, he was experimented on. The church very much did some tests. Tests that was shown for the Excalibur, for future wielders of the Excalibur. Kiba was one of many young children for the test of Excalibur, but a lot of those children did not survive, and a lot of those children Kiba knew personally, and he was the last one to survive that fateful, terrible experience. It's something that the church does not take lightly, and especially a terrible thing. Does this thing have a name? Izuku says to Reese. It was a project that was terrible. It was called the Project Excalibur. future wielders were killed off, and he was the last one alive. He barely made it out. Ever since he was determined to avenge his friends and comrades that died. Zuko, well, that makes sense. Zuko says, but he reminds me of Todoroki. He's always so angry, or so cold-faced. Zuko sighed. That's something. Okay. So what are you gonna do? We'll figure something out, he says. For now, we leave him alone. I'm not sure it's a good idea. With the extras out there, he's probably gonna do something really stupid, Zuko says. I know, but he needs to be by himself. It's the only way he'll cool off. After taking a loss, probably reminded him of those days. Man, I didn't know the Pretty went through all that, he says so simply. Zuko would, well, I guess everyone has their own tragic past, the Greenet says, as heading back to the house, as they're all gotta do so. Within Zuko's room, Lagrina would be sleeping. As immediately something would change. He heard it. It was a lot louder this time. Opening his eyes as finding himself captured between Asia and Rias, being very much crushed by the two in a hug. Zuko would not feel nothing. He wouldn't feel it, but with something of quickness and reflex that he didn't even think that he could do, even with One for All. He got out of their grip and quickly made his way outside and left. The Greenet would run. It was really, really dark. He could feel it, the cold breeze, as he came to move quickly. And Zuko would finally arrive at a clearing, far, a bit from cool as hell, but it was far. But he could feel it. Something was wrong. As something was in his body would start to change. The hollow within him would start to grow as the mask would start to surround his face. As it would fully surround his face, but it would be very different. That influence had over him would have been stronger than before. Instead of originally having just a pair of the regular masks, the markings were different, along with the masks having a bigger pair of ears and an extra set of horns in the very top of the mask, pointing forward. The so-called hollow now would follow this feeling as the rush of power would feel such a change. His body changing completely from the original form that he took to this new one. As his body would grow larger, very large, as standing, going on all fours, as armored plating would start to form on the very back. His hands were covered in this white ferocity of this liquid as not long. It would fully cover his body as a long tail would fur from his rear. As he'll at least be bigger than an average lion in size. He would know it. He could feel it. It's starting to run on all fours, making his way towards where he felt that feeling grow stronger. It was stronger than ever. An urge just to go towards it. It wasn't something that he can, naturally explain as finally arriving and looking and finding the whole clearing of a bunch of wolves. Many wolves from normal to supernatural to the ones that made absolutely no sense. Ezekiel walked through the kill of wolves as they would start to communicate with each other. Ezekiel didn't feel like it was himself. He didn't feel in his right mind. He knew what he was doing. He knew where he was going. He's like, he can feel everything. He knows what he's doing. But why is he walking here? He got no clue. His body was moving on his own. Like, it had his own mindset. He was fully conscious now. But he couldn't stop moving. So something took over his body. He knew that it wasn't Zangetsu nor Zangetsu. Because Zangetsu would ever take over if he was unconscious or close to being dead. And very much, this isn't even close to being dead nor unconscious. He was very much conscious. And it's calling on its mind as Zangetsu. He wouldn't hear anything. He was so confused. What's going on? Drake? Nothing. Not even his two partners. So he tried to call on One For All. He didn't even get a call. One For All didn't respond to him at all either. Okay, what's going on? What the hell's going on? I'm freaking out. The wolf now would watch as he can feel it. That feeling growing bigger. As the wolves would turn towards the north as a large beast would appear. Bigger than anything he ever saw. It was on all four. It seemed like he could go on two legs as well, as the ears were very long. A long tail. It was a solid black in color, with large glowing blue eyes, with a large vulpine slit going down it. As the wolf would snarl, growl, I called all you here for a meeting. We have a mission to do. Something to call in new occupants to the pack. As the wolf would turn towards the new one, towards Izuku, as walking towards him on all fours. What's your name, young one? As, without him even knowing, his mouth opened in what he thought was Zangetsu, but no, that was him. Him and Zangetsu's voice was merged. Izuku Midoriya. Simply, what the hell?